This program is proudly brought to you by the VAFA Live Official app. With live scores, team stats, player stats and much more. Everything you need for the VAFA in the palm of your hand. Download it from the App Store or Google Play now.
Hi everyone, this is Aditya for Complete Sports Management. We are here at Glen Henley Park at the end of the game between Caulfield Grammarians and Kew, which ended in favour of Kew, who won by a 16-point margin. I'm here with the Kew coach Theo and the player Brady Carmichael. So Brady, how do you think the game went generally for you today?
We played pretty well. I had a good game. I've had a few weeks out, so I'm just trying to get back into it now. Ruck's a pretty tough position to come back into, but I was really proud of the girls for kind of sticking it out through the tough third quarter and getting the win. Really good.
That's good. So how's your season been? I mean, we're talking about you got injury and how you're recovering, and have you been able to meet what you set out to read?
Yeah, like I said, I've had a pretty bad injury which put me out for a few weeks, so it's been tough to stand on the sidelines for a while. But I've been pretty proud of my season. I've been playing a few different positions. I'm really new to football, so I'm really kind of learning as I go. So I've been really happy with my development so far.
Theo, so your initial thoughts about how the game went for you?
Yeah, I thought our first half was terrific. Probably the best structured we've been all year. We formed a great wall behind the ball. We kept the ball in our half for long periods of time. I thought we could have been further ahead if we'd taken our chances, but overall the first half, it was very well organised and we won a lot of ball, and I was really happy with the way the game went.
Okay, so what do you think changed? Actually, Caulfield came back in the third quarter. They got 3 goals to 0. So what do you think they did differently that y'all couldn't cope up with?
Yeah, no, we talked about it with the girls. It was just purely a lack of concentration. We started to focus on other things. We gave away some silly free kicks. The girl got a bit agitated with their opponents. And, it was actually a good lesson for our girls because it showed how if you're not concentrating for 100% of the time, how things can go against you and go against you quickly. So we talked about it. We've made sure that it's something that we don't want to happen again. And we certainly will not let that stand in our way in terms of our progress in the next couple of weeks. Yeah.
So, okay, I want to talk about Michaela Harding, who's another player, apart from Daniel, who's been doing really well this season. She was on track to equal the record for the most disposals. So, how do you think both of them have been really going this season, Daniel and Michaela?
Well, they've both been terrific, and, they're clearly our, not necessarily most important players, but they're our 2 best players. And they, obviously playing in the midfield, they get a lot of ball. Danny was a bit down today. I thought her first half was really good. She copped a couple of knocks in the second quarter. Michaela's just a wonderful, resilient young girl who reads the game very well. And she puts herself into a lot of good positions and, finds the ball. And, yeah, both of them are going to play a big part in the finals campaign.
So you're close to the top. You're almost equal top with Melbourne Uni winning today. They go back top of the table. So it's still top spot. Is something on your mind?
Did Melbourne Uni win today?
Yeah, they beat Trinity now.
They've beaten Trinity. Yeah, well, unless Marsland or Melbourne Uni drop a game, we can't get third. Our percentage is a little bit behind theirs too. So we'll go to Old Zavs next week. We'll take on Old Zavs. We'll do the best we can. Hopefully we beat them. And if anything untoward happens to Melbourne and Marsland and allows us to get top 2, we'll take that. Otherwise, I think it's determined now that we'll be playing St Kevin's in that first final. So it is what it is. All we can control is what we do. We're happy to play in the finals. We'd love to be first or second, but that might be something we can control.
That's it from me. Over to Daniel, who's with the Caulfield coach.
I'm Daniel from Complete Sports Management. I'm joined by Leah and Irina from Caulfield. Leah, I'll start with you. For the first half was a struggle for the team. What do you think it was that really stopped you guys from really making an impact on the scoreboard?
I think some games we always take a little while to find our rhythm and to start playing our game. Our centre works really hard and our backline even harder. But getting that movement and that flow up the field into the 50 is one of the big things that we've been trying to work on lately, which has been improving, and we got there in the end, but I think that was the main thing that was quite slow in the first half.
It's definitely something that was, I think, rectified in the second half, particularly the third quarter where you managed 3 quick goals. What do you think changed from the first half into the second that allowed that to happen?
We got a few just clearances straight from the centre, and we got it straight down, fast ball movement into the 50, and held some marks, which is always nice for a footy game.
Yeah, it always helps. Arena, you've managed to get some good form going yourself in the past few weeks. What do you think has really allowed you to reach these sorts of levels of form?
I guess just continuing having that reliability with your teammates and just developing those relationships and just getting used to like where they're going to tap, if they're going to block for you, and just I think that's just the improvement, and you can see that throughout our season. We've been building each week. We've been playing some top teams and just getting really close, and we've knocked off a few of them. So I just need to keep building and continuing our form.
Heading into the last round next week, obviously you guys are unfortunately out of the finals race. But what do you think you can really get out of the last game?
Yeah, so we've got nothing to lose playing against Marcellin next week, the top team. So we really just want to set up for next season. Just like continue this form into next year. So we don't want to be on the back foot for next year. We just want to keep going and just keep improving, get all the girls behind, just wanting to play and just continuing that form for next year, yeah.
And speaking about your players and going into next year, Leah, I'll ask you this. As someone that's played pretty much every game, I think every game, who are the players that have really stood out to you this season, that have really taken a step forward that you think can be real key contributors going into the last round and also next season?
Yeah, there's our team's not been the most consistent over the rounds and over this season, but there's some girls that always step up and shine through. Little Georgia Cooper on the wing always helps us get it out when we need to run the ball up, holds ground. Levin's coming up, she's only in year 12, so our ruck had so many hit outs. So there's a few junior girls coming up, and the talent is really exciting to see.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff. Definitely a team that I think can go places in the future. Thank you, Arena and Leah. That's all from us here at Glen Huntly Oval, where we've seen Caulfield Grammarians go down to Kew by 16 points. Till next time, please get the VAFA Live app to stay up to date with all VAFA women's action. And until next time, I've been Daniel Hewitt from Complete Sports Management, and on behalf of Addy, goodbye.
This has been another Complete Sports Management production.